Terrific Thursday, late night edition. How we doing? Last night's game got me feeling nicey with your man Sammy the Man McIntyre with Moving the Chains podcast. I hope we're rocking. We are rolling. Late night edition. It feels like fall. We're getting back to that cold weather because that's what it feels like right now. And I want to start with last night's game. So that was a debacle. A tale of two teams. I want to start with Dallas. I want to start with Arizona, actually, because they're really a talking point today. Arizona impressed me last night, and I've been impressed with Arizona this year. They were kept close against Green Bay, the Niner game. They're in these games, and I think Jonathan Gannon, and listen, first impressions do matter in life, and in football. Dan Campbell had the bite the kneecaps, kind of a meathead. We kind of looked at him weird, right? Look what he's done. He's turned the Lions, perpetual loser, into a powerhouse and kicking ass. Now, I think Jonathan Gannon, same thing, where it's like, that was his first entrance, really? Kind of cringy, kind of weird. But I'm watching his team last night, and it's so funny. I saw a stat today. Arizona's 3-10 all time on Monday Night Football. Their 3 wins have been against the Cowboys. So it just feels weird. Michael Irvin said it in the documentary just recently. I just watched it. And he said that Arizona was paying their ass when he played. You know, they had Aeneas Williams. They had some guys that were really good. Jake the Snake Plummer, late 90s. So they've always been kind of a thorn in Dallas' side. I mentioned that off the top last night. But I will say this with the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray's time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And I got great news today. He's not playing the rest of the year because he's going to be out 8 weeks or trying to rest that turf toe, whatever. Good news for Arizona. Because now, and I believe this to be true, now they can go get their guy. Ride it with Jacoby near the end for the year. You probably won't make the playoffs, but you beat a feisty 7, 8, 9 win team. And then you go get your quarterback. Trade Kyler, get rid of the dead money. He ain't Jonathan Gannon's guy. He's not Monty Osforth, the general manager's guy. He's not. He doesn't love football. He's Mayor Munchkinland. He's too much in the pew-pew. I'm watching. They average 100 yards more a game with Jacoby Brissett because he's just efficient. And he gets the ball out. He's just normal. He's not a dumbass, not immature. Sammy's right again. You know, we need to stop rooting for these small quarterbacks. Dylan Gabriel hasn't worked. Johnny Manziel didn't work in the league. Russell Wilson had his shot. He's been shot, figuratively. And then Kyler Murray. We're 5 years in, dude. Come on, like he's made a Pro Bowl. Ooh, yeah, great. He ain't it. Another thing that we need to start doing as NFL general managers, I need to do this. If I ever became one, I would ask tough questions. I would ask, do you love football? Do you eat, sleep, breathe it? Because if not, I'm not drafting you. We need to be cutthroat. Stop soft pedaling. So I say this with Arizona. They're good. And they got some dudes, man. I'm watching last night. And my takeaways, Trey McBride's a stud. Could be the next Kittle. Marvin Harrison Jr. looks like a beast. Hell, even his dad came out and said, I don't watch the Cardinals because they're hard to watch offensively. Well, you know they're hard to watch offensively. They got a midget. They got Mayor Munchkin laying back there at quarterback. So you know it's going to be harder to watch. And that running back's nice, minus the stupid shit he did on the goal line. You know, fumbling, the ball before he crosses. I think Deshaun Jackson started that, but besides the point. And so they have the personnel. Their O-line's okay. Their defense flies around and makes plays. Walter Nolan made plays last night. But to me, pre-draft, he was kind of a boomer bust guy for me. Kind of more off switch than on. Made plays last night. He made that great play in the backfield right after I shot shit at him. And Jackson goes, well, look at him now. I need to see more consistency. But there are moments with him where I watch and go, that's Jalen Carter. That's a game wrecker. But he got to do it more consistently. I'll say this, that Will Johnson kid from Michigan, stud. I'm watching him last night. Lock down his side of the field. Okay, like Patrick Peterson did with the Cardinals back in 7 years ago. He has that kind of capability. Now, can he stay healthy? That's the question. Was that the question of Michigan? Had a great 1 year, down year 24, got drafted last year. Can he be consistent? We don't know. But all I know is this. That kid can play. The running backs are nice. I like their offensive line to a degree. Got to add a little bit to it. Not bad, not terrible. In the middle. You got Marvin Harrison. You got Trey McBride. You got dudes. Now, is Arizona willing to eat that dead money? Ship them? The guarantee money for Kyler Murray doesn't start till next year, I believe. So you can ship him right now and get picks for him. Some teams so desperate enough to get him. Would I? You know my stance. No. But Arizona's feisty. And they've been keeping these games close all year long. And that defense got after Dallas last night. Calais Campbell, I've been watching football for 17 years. Almost 18. He's been in the league since 2008. 17 years. It's incredible. He's like the ageless wonder. You know? So, he played really well last night. The defense got after it. And it was just a bad night for Cowboy fans. Minus the fact I do think CeeDee Lamb's an absolute stud. But Arizona's feisty. And I think they made the right call today by going with Jacoby the rest of the year and letting Kyler just sit the back burner out and not play him. Now, it could change, but I did read on Bleacher Report today, got the headline on my phone, that Brissett is playing the rest of the year for Arizona. Speaking of the Cowboys, so they cracked me up. So as I've been known to say, I think the Cowboys are becoming the Raiders, like near the end of Al Davis's run. Too insular, not enough fresh eyes outside, family-run business, kind of cheap, even though they're worth a lot of money. Unlike the Raiders that had money problems, it feels the same. And I'm watching last night, and I saw Dallas Cowboys are worth $10 billion with a B. Not millions with an M, but a B. And they are so cheap they won't pay for a coach? What's wrong with you? What are we doing? They're worth $10 billion and you don't have your checkbook open to go hire an elite coach? I'm watching Mike Vrabel first year, tire fire, dumpster fire with the Patriots. Playoffs. Playoff team. Sean Payton, most dead cap space in NFL history. Playoff team. And then I'm watching Ben Johnson, the Bears. The Bears. They could be a playoff team. Frisky. All in 1 year. And you had your opportunities to take all three of those guys. And what'd you do? Got comfortable. Yep, that's what Jerry does. And you know the difference between all those guys? And what's crazy is Sean Payton, who I just mentioned, he was on your staff in 2006. He left, took the Saints job, and he's had 9 playoff wins to your 4. 4. And Dallas Cowboy fans always say, we're not dysfunctional, man. We're not. Oh, really? Because what I saw last night on Monday Night Football was embarrassing. Take away CeeDee Lamb, and, you know, their front's pretty good. You know, can't stop anybody. But they got some nice pass rushers. I like them. I like Araku from Boston College, stud. I like the kid. I like Kenny Clark. I'll get in the Quinn Williams trade tomorrow. Don't get it. I mean, what are we doing? I mean, the Quinn Williams deal, like, yeah, it kind of helps, but you're not a Super Bowl contender right now, Dallas. I mean, you're stockpiling picks. Okay. But I saw some today. Jerry knows how to showcase a football team, doesn't know how to build one. And I'm starting to see it again. And last night, shitbird George Pickens was on display again. When are you going to learn, Jerry? Have you not learned your lesson, like, since Jimmy Johnson? You hire a coach there you're comfortable with on your conditions. Nah, bro, that's not how it flies in the NFL. Just like Bill Belichick said, I want to coach players that I want to coach. Bill, it doesn't work that way. No. You got to be collaborative and likable and all that. So, I just don't get it because Brian Schottenheimer, and I'll give him credit, he's done okay. I don't think he's been terrible. But the third most penalized team in the league, you know, I used to be critical of Dak. I can't anymore. I'm defending him. I'm with Coward today. Dak is saving this franchise. Because it's turning into like the Raiders with Derek Carr in the end. Like that 1 year, it just felt like everything was so crazy. The Ruggs and Gruden, he was just keeping it afloat. That's Dak right now. Because they're doing it the makeshift offensive line that, I got to be honest, when that guy, the tackle, went out last night, put that Thomas kid in, absolutely not. It was like watching Reggie White hump move, boop, in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. Favre's first one. Because that's what it felt like last night. Arizona was getting after their ass. I looked up. I thought Dak got sacked 10 times. He only got sacked 5. I mean, it was bad last night. And they had no energy, no juice. And I just, there should be certain franchises in sports that just kill it all the time, but they don't. Texas football, Dallas Cowboys, the Chicago sports. Like, come on. You're paying $5 million for a coach? The guys that I mentioned. And here's the other thing. Crazy part about those 3 guys I mentioned. Harbaugh, Sean Payton, Mike Vrabel. Took over 3 dumpster fires. 3 that were worse than what Dallas is in. Because it's not like Mike McCarthy, when he left the Cowboys in a crapshoot. He left him in a pretty good spot. Offense was fine. Just need to get defense right. And what happened? Defense last year is 31st in the league. That's with Micah Parsons. Now, you did trade him. You're gonna probably win because you got all these draft picks. But still, like, come on, Jerry. And as long as the bad boss is there, I've been a part of this. It's time to go. And I think Steven's done a nice job. The son, he talked Jerry off the ledge. Jerry wanted the stars, and he wanted Manziel, and, story goes, took Zach Martin, and it made, So, I defend Dak. I think he's doing this life preserver. I've always thought he's a better version of Tebow to me. But I've defended Dak. I think he's doing it seamlessly. And he's always been a grown-up. I've never judged that about Dak Prescott. I mean, I love the physical traits, but I love the intangible stuff. And, kind of goes through the same situation I went through. Lost my mom, cancer. It kind of adds up, so I'm rooting for him as a guy. And as a player, he's fine. He's Kirk Cousins with a bigger brand. I've heard that for years, and I agree. But it's just sad because Dallas Cowboy fans, they're annoying, they're nauseating, but they're the biggest brand in football, and they're going to continue to draw people. But last night was embarrassing, and I don't even know if they're going to go 500 right now. The way their defense looked like a sieve, embarrassing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll go into the trades because it was such a crazy, bad shit day today. Sauce Gardner goes to the Colts. Love that move. I'll get into that tomorrow as a sneak peek. But that was bad. So just to recap, Cardinals are feisty. Dallas, same shit. I mean, they're becoming the Raiders. It's just of this generation with Al Davis. With Jerry near the end of his life. And it's looking bad. So, a game I wanted to touch on that was an absolute barn burner was Bears-Bengals in Cincinnati. And I didn't talk about it yesterday because I had other games I want to talk about. But I want to say this with the Bears. And I hate saying this. Okay? Ben Johnson's... I'm bought in. If I'm a Bear fan, I'm like, okay. All right. Can you sustain it, though? And I'll go back to this with Caleb Williams, a.k.a. Caleb Williams. Okay? I still want to see him play Green Bay. If you beat Green Bay, you've earned my respect, Chicago. You've earned it. Until then, I don't buy it. Listen, you've beaten the bad teams. Got it. You played the Ravens, who could be a playoff team, and you got your ass beat in their turf. So, listen, I'm defending the Bears. Caleb's playing much better. There's no question. Still drives me crazy at times. Him on the run. Just sit in the pocket and throw darts, dude. I mean, I want to bang my head on a wall. But I'll give credit where credit's due. They got offensive weapons. I like the Bears social media page. I was watching this before I got on here. It's tricky. Listen, I think Ben Johnson's opened up his bag of fun. Because the Bears saw what they did, the Lions do to the Bears, and shellacked the hell out of them. They're like, damn. So we're going to get that guy? That's so clever and so smart and motion and all this. It's fantastic. And the Bears, I credit them because they went offensive route, the way the league is going. They didn't go old Bears route. Let's go take Matt Eberflus, man. Let's go take Mike Tomlin. Let's go. No. They went against the grain. They went a different approach. Because I thought they were going to come the Steelers of the NFC. Defensive-centric culture, tone-deaf to offense, all this shit. And they have not. And I give the Bears credit for that. But I still don't trust the ownership. I still don't trust McCaskey. Looks like Joe Biden out there, falling on his bike. Okay? So, I give the Bears credit. They are playing much better than I thought. But I got to see them play Green Bay. That's the measuring stick game for me. And if you can beat maybe Minnesota, split it with Minnesota, Green Bay, or Detroit, I'll give you your props. But until then, I'm still a little unsold. And the Bengals, oh my God. Terrible, man. I feel for Joe Burrow. And this organization, they're never going to learn, man. I keep waiting for the shoe to drop. It's not dropping, dude. And this is the downside to cheap front offices. When you are cheap as an organization, I can't take you seriously. I don't care if you got, if it's like, you could have like 10 hotties in a room. I don't care how hot your women are. If you're like a millionaire or whatever, got all these women. If you do not have the perfect infrastructure, I don't care how great it is. I can't do it. So, I just feel like the Bengals, they're in a crossroads. I love how everybody blamed Lou Amarulo for the struggles in Cincinnati. Well, you're going to struggle because you gave all your offensive guys money and none on defense. So, something's got to give. And I just think the Bengals, Zach Taylor's on the hot seat, but they probably won't be fired because the Bengals, like the Cowboys right now, are just going to be cheap on coaches. And if you're cheap on coach, you're not winning shit. It's just the bottom line. So, I feel for Bengal fans because it's sad because I love Joe Burrow, love Jamar Chase, love watching this offensive showcase, but they're a flawed football team, and I don't think they built it the right way. Receivers in, you got to go linemen out, and I have not bought that. So that was my terrific Tuesday edition of the Smooth the Chains podcast. Hope we're doing well. Tomorrow night, Raider reaction. Be prepared. And then the trade talks, I'll get to that tomorrow. Hope you guys are doing well. More content. We're getting to the midway point of the football season. Holy cow, I'm looking up and it's almost Thanksgiving time. Wow. Stay tuned throughout the week. I got more content. Adios. Love you guys. Godspeed.